Hey, hope you're well. Welcome back to all the subscribers, and welcome to all the new subscribers. It's been phenomenal so far, so thank you very much. I've had a bit of an idea, and I'm going to film all the progress and see how we get on. Hopefully I'm going to add another bog filter. This one's going to be a vegetable filter for us. I'm looking to try a bit of aquaponics and try some strawberries and tomatoes and peppers, and basically all I'm going to do is hopefully turn this raised bed, the long one there, hopefully I'm going to turn that raised bed into a vegetable stroke bog filter. I'm going to run a pump in this shallow end here on top of the cave. I'm going to run that line straight into there and hopefully have a return back into this corner. That's a very brief outline. I'll go and get all the kit and equipment that's arrived, and we're going to talk through it step by step. This isn't a how-to, this is definitely an experiment, and if you see in the video then it must have worked, because I wouldn't put it up if it didn't. So yeah, so the concept is, using this, we've got 110mm pipe, we've got some gravel grid, plenty of, we've got some 25mm pipe for the water in and some 50mm for the out, some more piping bits, some solvent cement because it's all solvent weld pipe. That's the old pump, needs to go clean before I do anything with that. This is gold label pond sealer. I use that for the skimmer and the liner. I'm going to use that. There's some cheap pond liner and there's some underlay there. Yeah, hopefully I'm going to convert this into an aquaponics stroke bog filter. Obviously I've got some digging to do first. This was used for potatoes last year, and then when I took the first pond, when I took that up, all the planting and everything to save it all was all just put in here as temporary, so I'm going to have to shift all that. There you can see that's very quickly, that's empty. There is membrane at the bottom. I'm going to leave that in. I'm going to dig a channel through the centre now. That's for the pipe to go in. It's going to be 20 centimetres wide, 20 centimetres deep. So yeah, that's the next bit. So that's a channel dug, just testing the depth now. Obviously this will differ from whatever type of pipe you're using. So that's a good depth. I've already put a piece of plastic grid on to make sure it sits flush across the top. In fact, I'll just grab them. So yeah, that's going to sit across there like that. Two parts, all the way across. So that's sitting level, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to sit and have a break because I'm getting old and tired. So yeah, I think the next thing, I'm going to make the pipe and we'll talk through that. So nothing secure yet, obviously just a quick test fit. So that's the 90-degree bend. That'll bring the other pipe, will sit in the top here, come up to here as a snorkel. I've got to cut the pipe, obviously put the slats in for the water. and this is the hose tail on the far side where the water will come in through the 25mm hose. So yeah, I'm just going to make sure this is level now. Obviously with the water coming in I want it to fill the bed evenly, so I'm going to make sure this is level. So that went in relatively easy. I'm quite happy with that. Obviously very rough edges at the minute. Until we get it filled up we can't start trimming that off. As far as putting it in, no problems at all. So we'll move on to the pipe work. So this was the pipe work as we measured in there. I am going to test fit with the liner and underlaying just to make sure it still fits. So we are going to solvent weld the 90° on. We're going to solvent weld the hose tail on, and then I'm going to measure the length from there to there. I'm going to divide it up and I'm going to cut sections out, probably 2 inches, and I'm going to cut them halfway down and slits across like that. So I'm going to measure that, do it fairly evenly. They say that the gaps have to be big enough for debris to fall in, and obviously for the water flow, water will come up through those. So I'm going to measure that up now. So you can see they're quite crudely done with the angle grinder, but got the desired effect. We've got slots evenly spaced all the way up and down. So I'm going to grab a cloth, I'm going to clean the pipe up, get ready to put the solvent weld on and attach the edges, or the ends. So that's the ends welded on, solvent welded on. I didn't spare the horses with it, I just lathered it on. I don't see any reason why not. So hopefully, I'm going to give that a little while to set. It doesn't take long to set, so you can move it about, but there won't be any water going through it for 24 hours at least. So this is just gravel driveway grid, I think they call it. It's plastic gridding. It's a lot cheaper than proper water matrix blocks you can buy for sump drains and things like that. Obviously the width of mine, I'm having to cut some in half, but all I'm doing is interlocking those, and then they will sit on top of the pipe when the pipe goes in there. So hopefully you can see that and makes a little bit of sense to you. So you've got the pipe under there that's cut through, that allow the water to seep up, and it comes through this homemade matrix, if you like, slows the water flow and provides a void for any debris. So that's those now in place. The next thing I might do the flushing pipe, the snorkel. We'll stick that in and establish how high that's going to be, and then the next job is a layer of cobbles. So that's the cobbles put in place. That's your coarse filter, if you like, and it prevents the pea gravel, which is going on next, prevents that falling through and clogging the pipe as well. So yeah, that's your coarse filter, and the pea shingle will be your finer filter. When I've stopped blowing, I'll before I put the pea gravel in, I'm going to go onto the outlet, because obviously we need the water to escape now. I'm going to use this. It's a flanged tank connector with a 50mm hose tail. I haven't decided quite where. I think I'm going to probably put it central here and have the hose run back and back into the pond. So yeah, I'm going to drill that in now because the liner's not going anywhere now. That's all in place, so I'm going to line this all up. So you can see there, that's the flange tank connector, but it's not in properly yet. I've been let down by my drill. I need to charge the batteries. It's typical. So this is the outside. You see that will come through. It's the 4 holes to contain the securing bolts that are going to come all the way through. They're not quite big enough. I need to make them a bit bigger. But like I say, I've got to wait for my batteries to charge. So yeah, we're probably done for the day.